クス。この先を見ろ。まだ見ぬ敵を宇宙最強。お前が誇り高きサイヤ人の血を引く者ならば、俺の息子ならば誰にも負けることは許さん。俺超えてみせます。目の前の敵もトンさんも。
So it's officially been 1 year, very, very long time actually, that Vegeta and Trunks have been in the game, right? It's just kind of crazy that a year's passed by since then, and they are still, I feel personally, really strong. I think a lot of people have kind of grown soured upon this unit because of their defensive nature, and I know, offensive units are generally a lot more fun to use, seeing them melt the enemy HP bars. But I don't think that should discount from the fact that this Vegeta and Trunks is still very powerful. And we're going to try and show that today, right? We'll see. We're going to take them against, what everyone usually considers to be the hardest boss in the game since Shenron. Both mine and the friend are rainbowed. We'll go ahead and grab this with you. I brought the LR God, just a full, again, bond, a parent, and child team. This should be good for us. And I'll grab these with you. And we should be cooking here again. They get key per each attack they receive. This Vegeta and Trunks actually has some dodge built on them. From what I saw, they have full defense equips, right? They will stack defense over time. As their passive builds up, they get more multiplicative defense, right? They're just very strong. And yeah, honestly, you could say they're kind of like very similar in design to the Super Saiyan 4 Goku we got this year. In terms of, in slot 1, they get their guard, extra defense, right? Over time, they stack up their defense, and, yeah, that's pretty much it, right? That's just, they're similar, they're in type, like to have a generally similar link set, more or less, right? So I just think that their ideal purpose is the same. Obviously, the new Goku, I feel like, is better, but that just, shows you that the designs for these units are still quite good. Right, what they give to this Vegeta and Trunks, I think that is very useful. Having a slot 1 unit. Now, I've seen arguments that, okay, well, we kind of want a new bond, a parent, and child team, because at this point, there are other units and other rotations we would potentially like to try out that we're kind of restricted from being able to do because Vegeta and Trunks are the current leader, so that doesn't allow us to be as free with our team building, which I think is a fair criticism to make, right? A lot of people, like a big aspect of people's enjoyment in Dokkan is building different teams using the units you want, the way you want to, right? And Vegeta and Trunks can kind of restrict that in the sense that they have to be ran in slot 1. I feel like at this point, even though like they could be ran in slot 2 or 3, at this point they really want to be in slot 1. Like, you can float them off if you really have to because they keep the guard for the first returns, but slot 1 is where they're going to look the best, right? So I completely get that. But I don't think it's as big of a deal as people make it out to be. And like, there's a lot of units that don't have a slot 1 direct partner. And what you could do is you could just have Vegeta and Trunks slot 1, that unit you want to run in slot 2, then some good link partners in slot 3, and you're able to kind of cook like that, right? Unfortunately, we got Z Duo in slot 7, so maybe I should have brought a different unit instead of all these units that I want to do multiple attacks, build up over time, and yada yada yada, right? GT Duo should be fine here for the most part, though. Z Duo, if there's an AoE, we could potentially be in trouble, but it's fine. But yeah, like, basically all these units want to build up over time. So this guy, they have their 40% reduction now, so we should be cooking. Vegeta and Trunks do also have the ability to buff everyone's defense on the rotation. I think they're not the first unit to give defense on their active skill. I think it was the Agile Kid Gohan is the first unit. But that multiplicative defense they could potentially give from the 5th turn could be really, really strong. Okay, I think I'll do this here. Okay, I think I'll grab this with you. I'll probably get this here. And then this did not go the way I want. Oh, but this is good. Yeah, okay, we'll grab this. Z Duo probably, well, the Sin AoE, to be fair, doesn't really do a lot of damage. The gods might take some damage in the middle, but they should be fine given they're gonna double super here. Luckily, the gods are actually, like, not bad for this fight still right now. because they have type advantage in the second phase, and with the first phase, you know, especially in a very highly offensive team like this, like basically the plan for this team is we have a bunch of more or less hyper offensive units, and then we have our defensive units in slot 1. Now we have God Goku and Angel Gohan, which I would view kind of as more defensive in their first parts, but the Z Duo, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and 2 Vegeta as well, they should be able to handle the offense along with the LR Gods. I wouldn't say like LR Gods are like a mega strong offensive unit anymore, but they're still good. They can still put up some pretty good damage. Once you transform with them, they're super effective. They have the triple super in them, right? They could do some pretty solid damage still, plus nullification, right? I feel like this team is really strong, and look at the HP level we have. We have 700k HP. That's quite a lot. Take a little more damage than I would like, honestly, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Did we get 2 stacks with them last turn? I don't remember if we got 2 stacks or 1 stack, but definitely they're on the 170% here instead of the 200%, so that does influence things. Now, you know what sucks? I want this unit to do 4 attacks, so I actually would prefer the additional we get, like if we get the hidden potential system, to be normal, because that right there, right now we can't stand by with them, which does kind of suck. I think I'm gonna push Angel Gohan off though, so we're gonna do this right here. We're gonna grab these physical orbs like that, and then Angel Gohan actually give all these Angel orbs to heal, which will be good for us. Okay, we should be cooking here. Now at this point their defensive passive should be fully built up from getting hit, which is gonna be great. We definitely want that all the way up once we actually get to the Sin portion. That's going to be really important. Now, once the 5th turn has passed, they do lose their introduction buff. Why did I say introduction? Their intro buff, right? The 2 key and 70% defense. That definitely does have, like, that does matter. But I don't think it's going to be like a difference where, oh, they can't tank super attacks anymore, right? It's definitely not like that. Okay, God Goku getting some extra stacks here. He should get the double super if he doesn't kill here. I believe I got the 6 orbs, so yeah, okay, we're cooking. Angel Gohan, it could be an issue if he comes back and then he doesn't have his guard, but we'll see. Maybe if he doesn't have his guard, it's also likely we'll be able to get the active skill with Vegeta and Trunks, so I definitely will be okay with that. Alright, so now we have GG Duo, the LR Gods here, who we could transform, which I definitely will transform here, actually. Yeah, okay, so do we need to play this? Nah, I don't think we need to play this. I feel like we've all seen what the gods could do at this point. Okay, so actually bring this down like that. We'll do this right here. This will give us nullification. We'll get some extra dodge chance here. Yeah, see, their base dodge right there isn't really the greatest, but I'm doing this so I can. Well, I guess, yeah, because if I put them in slot 3, there's 2 AoEs they have to take, but here there's only 1 that they have to dodge, and once they super attack, they're perfectly fine, right? Okay. I guess I haven't really shown the Vegeta and Trunks defense stats, right? So I guess that's an issue right there, but we should be fine. If we see Sin super them, we'll kind of get a good idea what their defense levels are anyways. And besides, since they get 70% defense in the first slot, we're not really going to see their peak defense, right? Once they actually are attacking and within the turn, right? Because that defense is activated until after we collect the orbs, essentially. I believe it still counts as a start of turn 70% defense. It should. But it'll definitely drastically raise their defense level because they have stacking defense and multiplicative buffs. It definitely, I feel like it's a much higher of an effect than people may realize it actually is, even though it's not multiplicative. Now, if it was multiplicative, obviously it would be a much better buff, but it's still adding to their base 140% defense, which is then multiplied by the 75% that they get once they build up, and their stacked defense, right? Definitely does matter. Alright, so we should be good here. And once these guys come back, we will be able to activate the standby skill and revive with them, plus get that 70% or no 80% attack support, right? Which is going to be really good. The issue is going to be this next turn with the Dragon Ball Z duo. It's definitely going to be an issue where we're going to like potentially take damage from the AoEs that something could do. We'll see, because we're not under 50% HP. We're not even close to that. And we're not going to be close to that, right? So we'll see what happens. We could heal quite a bit, though. I mean, I shouldn't do this. Well, his defense is pretty high. We should be okay. Yeah, their defense 550k still. So if we grab that, we can get the 6 orbs here, like this. And then the Dragon Ball Z duel should still heal quite a lot. I think they'll still take damage here, but it's not going to be a situation where we're going to, like, die because of it, I think. We'll see how much damage they take, though. Ooh, God Goku's taking damage, though. Oh, the dodge came in. Okay. That actually might have saved us, like, 100k damage even. Let's see. What does this do? Yeah, that actually literally saved us 100k damage. Wow, okay. Because of that, we might, like, literally live this turn because of that. Yeah, see, that's the issue with getting the Dragon Ball Z duel on slot 7. It's very troublesome. Now, again, the issue with this team right here is that if you build it so defensive, I was gonna say the offensive units kind of carry, but if you build it so, like, defensive, you can get to a situation where there's more opportunities for the enemy to kill you. But it wouldn't really have been an issue if this guy wasn't in slot 7, like God Goku. Even though you would like to get stacks with him, he is going to be in a better situation because he has his dodge. Okay, God Goku, as long as, if it's in supers, as long as we dodge that, we should be good. 60% chance. Okay. This will hurt. Will this kill, though? This might kill. Oh, we're alive. Okay. We could actually get the active skill now. Awesome. Okay. That works out for us quite well. This is why you give 3 dodge to your characters, because it would have died. Because I got this unit in slot 7. 3 dodge is so good. Saved the showcase. Again, Vegeta and Trunks look good. I think they look fine for what their design is supposed to do. They're not supposed to do damage. They're supposed to sit in slot 1 and tank. And I think they have been doing just fine like that. We have not seen them take a super attack just yet, but I mean, eventually we're going to get that. Eijo Gohan, I literally, a turn I talked about earlier where Eijo Gohan's on rotation. Okay, we'll okay. I might have to use a Sensu here, but we'll see. Let's pop these active skills. Oh, I'll just skip the God's active skill like that. Actually, we're going to heal a lot of HP, huh? We are, because we're going to get a lot of same type orbs here. Let's use this. I feel like I could have done a lot better with my team composition, honestly, but it's fine. We're recording to the 4 a.m. I got no sleep. We're good. Still gonna look fine here. Yeah, they're at 620k start of turn. They're gonna heal a lot right there. We're gonna grab this with you. You know what? I won't Sensu. We might kill, because there's literally no AoEs before the final attack. We should be okay, actually. Sweet. Again, the one reason why we healed so much HP from all these attacks, from all these orbs I collected, is because Vegeta and Trunks give the 20% defense for all allies for the turn, and they also guarantee crit here too, which is a pretty good active skill thing overall, because it does definitely contribute to the damage we're going to be able to see. Dude, we did not see them take a super attack a single time this video, did we? Are we going to kill? Who might I kill, actually? Okay. But maybe this could have been them nullifying the super, right? We don't know until it'll happen. My Eijo Gohan actually has dodge in him. Watch me dodge another super because it's a dodge build. That'd be kind of funny. These guys also will have what? I think that's a 44% chance dodge, which is not bad. Post super, they're fine. Watch Eijo Gohan dodge a super, dude. It's gonna happen, isn't it? 59k. Oof. It's definitely some damage there. If he doesn't super me, then I could use the active skill again next turn. Actually, I can get the GT Spirit Bomb. Huh? Nice. Yeah, do all 3 attacks at the end were AoEs. That's actually kind of crazy. That's actually kind of crazy. Okay. So we'll use this again. Sure, why not? And I could actually buff it with this. Yeah, I could buff it with this right here. We can give him a huge buff right there. Let's use it right now. This might kill actually.
俺は諦めない。絶対に。その通りだ、トランクス。俺の力よ。この世界の人間の盾になれ。みんなの願いをこの一撃に込める。サイヤ人、人間の底力を侮るなよ。食らえ、ギャリックホー。トランクス、やったな。はい。
No, I actually think it's good that we didn't kill. Because we might be able to see him take a super. So we'll do this right here. We'll grab this with you. I'll just grab this with you. And then we should be good. I could get the God Goku KO finish, but let's see. Sin hasn't supered in a hot minute. I think they will live this. I mean, well, it doesn't matter if they live or not, I guess, technically. There, okay. Let's see. Active skill buff. They've gotten a lot of stacks. Yeah, 255k is not bad at all. Did I turn the skip back on? I did not. You know what? I'm going to talk over this. I'm going to mute it. So, one thing I want to bring up about Vegeta and Trunks is that they do have stacking attack as well. They stack attack and defense together. Now, honestly, at this point, I would have preferred that it's just a defense stack, because what happens if you're not aware? Stacking defense by itself or stacking attack by itself is a 30% raise. But if you stack both attack and defense together, it's a 20% raise. So their defense stacking is weaker, but that does directly feed into their active skill damage. And if you're able to stack a lot of the attack that they could do, they're able to do a lot more damage on the active skill. Considering it guaranteed crits too and supports, I feel like you could argue it's a fair trade-off, right? And when you need it, you could definitely get it. So I think it's fine. But let me know, would you guys prefer if they just only stacked defense? I got a little extra defense with each stack, which honestly would add up. If you get 5 stacks, that's an extra 50% defense you could be getting. And, you know, in that situation, we could have technically lived that super attack, right? Because we, like, technically barely died. But, I think that was fun. Again, if I was, like, this kind of fun team build, right? Just kind of seeing what this unit could do. That tanking was still really good for a unit that's a year old at this point against this boss. So let me know what y'all think, though. I guess one other thing, obviously, since they stack defense, that isn't actually, like, their stack defense works really good against this Sin because he lowers your defense, but your stack defense cannot be lowered based on my understanding. It's only your, like, normal base defense that they would get without the stacks. So that's why they also tank that very well with their guard. Regardless, thanks for watching. Let me know what y'all think about the Vegeta and Trunks at this point, and I'll catch you next time.